the gains that we have made through devolution since its inception in 2013, and to really make it clear to every Kenyan, every single citizen, wherever they may be, that we all are committed to supporting devolution, and devolution is here to stay. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenya's struggle for freedom and prosperity is older than our own independent nation. It has been a struggle. Poverty and politics, as much as disease and division, have slowed the pace of our progress. Our historical responses to these challenges have often proved inadequate. With government over centralized, levels of development differed sharply from region to region, and there was poor provision of even the most basic of services. And as a result, grievance and conflict followed. The system we therefore inherited was no longer sustainable. Undaunted, Kenyans returned to the drawing board and fashioned themselves a new constitution. The document became the blueprint under whose direction we as Kenyans reconstituted our state. Few nations on the African continent, and indeed the world, have ever managed such a radical change. Fewer still have managed it peacefully. Yet with minimal fuss, trouble, or acrimony, Kenyans rewrote our entire supreme law and redefined the relationship between themselves and their government. That feat set us apart in the world and should always be a source of national pride. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the heart of that new order is devolution. The shift to a devolved system of government, given life through the establishment of 47 counties. Devolution was designed to meet Kenya's deepest political needs for effective representation at the local level, as well as fairness in the distribution of national resources. Indeed, the equitable distribution of resources is central to our achieving sustainable peace, unity, and cohesion as a state. Devolution will not impede unity and cohesion. In actual fact, devolution will enable our unity and cohesion. Yet that unity and cohesion must first exist between us as leaders. Devolution demands interdependence, consultation, and cooperation between the two tiers of government. Our fates, like the fates of all Kenyans, are tied at the hip. The national government and county governments are not in competition. The Constitution envisioned that leaders in government would govern in the spirit of give and take. We have a responsibility to meet and uphold a high standard which our Constitution has set for us. We must continually come together in goodwill and compromise so that we can, together, govern effectively. We must rise from petty quarrels of the day to pursue the great prize which awaits our efforts. A Kenya prosperous and free, in which all of us have an equal say. That is how we shall succeed. Indeed, that is how we have succeeded over the last 3 years. Many predicted loudly that devolution was a temporary, shambolic experiment doomed to quickly fail. 3 years later, we have laid the foundation of a system of government that will outlive us all. The naysayers have recanted, and the prophets of doom have been discredited. They were wrong, and indeed, all of us here have proved them wrong. All 47 counties have handled the transition period extremely well. Yes, as we all know, there have been teething problems, but on the whole, all the governors here and their respective legislatures have all done a fantastic job. It has been a joy to partner with you to fulfill the promise of our independence struggle. Today, the successes of devolution speak for themselves. 3 years on, the enhanced revenue allocation to counties, which my government has always ensured is well above the minimum set by the Constitution, has spurred tangible developments in all counties. There are now markedly improved access to basic services, and citizens can access these services irrespective of their political, social, cultural, ethnic affiliation. Under devolution, Mandera County and Mbere Sub-County have had their first cesarean births since independence. In Samburu County, maternal deaths have reduced by 79%. Wajir County has had its first tarmac road under devolution. West Pokot has had its first KMTC developed with county monies. Indeed, every county in Kenya is a vibrant testimony to the success of the two-tier governance model that we adopted. County governments have proven that national government does not enjoy a monopoly in the formulation of policies and strategies that benefit Kenyans at the local level. Indeed, the national government has even learned from some of the counties, and at the national level, we have applied methods and solutions that have been innovated by particular counties. Together, we have shown that county governments and the national government can move beyond politics to engage in productive partnership. The medical equipment scheme, which nearly every county here is a part of, has been a partnership through which Kenyans have experienced enhanced medical service delivery. As a result of the initiative, more counties are equipped with medical equipment for diagnostics, and more Kenyans can undertake potentially life-saving screenings for cancer and other diseases. Together with county governments, we have also ensured that Huduma centers have been multiplied across the counties. Today, some 40 counties boast a Huduma center. Thanks to our partnership, millions of Kenyans can access some of the basic services that are their right and which previously they had to travel many hundreds of kilometers to obtain. We are also lighting our schools, wherever they are, so that our young people have more time to study and to prepare for their future. Today, I am happy that we have a few students here from Dedan Kimathi, Karatina University, Kamwenja Teachers Training College, Nyeri Medical Training College, and you've all come to listen to this address. You represent the class that must reap the benefits of these investments. Ladies and gentlemen, it would be wrong for me to say that devolution has not been without its challenges. Counties inherited national and local government staff who were in some cases inadequately trained and in other cases more than the number required. This created a heavy and burdensome wage bill that has reduced the funds available for development expenditure. It is also saddening to note that some counties are not adhering to the principles of diversity and national cohesion. Further, members of county assemblies in particular have been accused of excessive spending, while reports of abuse of power, privilege, and county resources by members of the county executives have been a feature of our national discourse, as has been those in the national government. Indeed, as we build on the successes of devolution, it is incumbent on us to work together to ensure that some of these regrettable occurrences do not put a blot on our accomplishments. We must eradicate them from our political practices. And in fact, today, one of the resolutions we have arrived at between us in the national government and the county governments is a rededication to our commitment to fight and root out corruption from our midst. As we build on the successes of devolution, we must continue to work together in harmony. The national government is providing counties with the necessary budgetary support. We will continue to support with technical and human resource support, policies and legislative instruments in order to address the challenges that the county governments face. We will continue to support them, and we will continue to cooperate with them. I urge the counties not to see the national government's open hand of assistance as an attempt to belittle or micromanage the devolved units. We have no such intention. We are all stakeholders by right in this grand nation called Kenya, and we need to support one another. We all are bound together by common goals and aspirations, and most importantly, by our solemn commitment to improving the lives and fortunes of all Kenyans. The prospects for devolution are bright, but only if we work together and play our respective parts. Citizens too should play their part. Citizens should pay their taxes, rates and levies, but they should also engage with their county and national governments and hold both levels of government accountable as to how they spend those taxes. Fellow Kenyans, today I also urge every county government to stay true to the vision of devolution set out under our Constitution. I also urge every member of the three branches of the national government to remember and to uphold our national principles and values in all that they do. We all together have come a very long way in a very short period of time. We have achieved more than many thought we could, and I believe we have done well. The work, however, is not done. It is just beginning. As we celebrate the last 3 years, let us renew our resolve to forge for a brighter future. Let the successes of yesterday inspire us in the work we must do here and in the counties tomorrow and in the weeks and months to come. In conclusion, we have just ended a 2-day summit, the National County and Government Coordinating Summit, which has adopted resolutions that celebrate and entrench devolution. We have agreed bold steps to strengthen service delivery and to deliver value to the people of Kenya. To build on the success of devolution, the summit agreed that overall funding in absolute terms to county governments be increased year on year. The summit also agreed on the need for us to focus more on development expenditure and to reduce our recurrent expenditure. We have agreed on the adoption of a policy of austerity aimed at releasing more resources from our recurrent expenditure to development. In this context, the national and county governments have committed themselves to achieve a 50% reduction in travel and allowance expenditures across all government organs. In addition, the summit agreed to commission an analysis on the functions of both levels of government to eliminate duplication and wastage. Towards this end, these resolutions are aimed at ensuring devolution delivers the intended constitutional benefits to its citizens and indeed to increase the prosperity of our nation and